excited.
All right, we're starting 18.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to the morning tea. It is Tequila Tuesday. Ooh, I don't know. Woo. Courtney, you just gave me a good burst of energy right before we went live. You
just gave me a good burst of energy before we went live, Maddison.
I felt like we were stressed, and then you just gave me my burst of energy that I needed. You gave me my excitement.
Yes.
Because I'll let the tea tribe in on what Courtney and I were geeking about right before. So Courtney has been on my little tush about also getting on YouTube, trying to, let you guys know about my beauty routines, my hair, all of that stuff. And I finally made the first step. And by I mean my sister actually physically created the first step. But I made a new YouTube banner that I'm really, really excited about. So if you guys go check it out, let me know. And
where can we find you? Madison Hill with 2 D's?
Yes, 2 D's, just like the double D's,
Hey!
That don't exist, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I'm really excited about it, and Courtney approved, which literally means the absolute world to me. Because if Courtney says it's good, then I know it's good.
Madison, I'm ready for you to embark on this journey, your chapter. I will hold your hand, and you will be the next top influencer.
Hold my hand and don't look at my nasty manicure. That is really, really crinkly and not good at all. But whatever, it's fine. You guys, hi. I'm so happy it's Tequila Tuesday. We have so much to talk about. We are, of course, going to get into all of this Rob Kardashian, Blac Chyna mess. There's a lot more drama. We're talking gunpoint. We're talking fights. We're talking excessive alcohol accusations, cocaine accusations. All of that mess. It's a Tequila Tuesday. I'm happy it is for sure.
It definitely feels like, if we've got potential violence, potential drug abuse, sounds like a perfect kind of Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Normal Rob and Chyna debauchery, I guess, at this point.
They're like Tom and Jerry, I feel like, at this point. So
we're going to get into that. We also have a Kylie and Travis update. We're going to talk about Khloe and Kourtney and Younes Benjamin. Yes, all three in the same story. We also are going to talk about Kim and Northwest, another really cute mother-daughter moment. We also are going to talk about Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, because all this time of me living in this world of Demi and Selena are cordial is officially over.
Yeah, I read that quote, Madison, and I felt like, well, geez, that sounds like a quote, something I would say. Mm-hmm. When you're about to really get into you're about to collect that wig, and then you say, oh, I remember the table on Hollyscoop.
You know how we talk about
pants to go off.
Sometimes celebs should maybe not totally be 1,000% honest, maybe at least sugarcoat it just a little bit.
She did. It was a half coating.
It was a half coating.
It was a half. I can commend Demi for a half coating, honestly.
Half coating. Okay, I like that. A half coating. A half coating. We also are talking about Ja Rule and 50 Cent. This is one of my favorite stories today.
Suddenly, I feel like Ashanti all of a sudden. Is this 2005? Are we about to roll up on Murder, Inc., Madison?
Honestly, I wish it was 2005, because 2005 was honestly one of my favorite eras for music, all of the 2000s, but it's not. It's 2020, and this story is all about 50 Cent being petty, and I love when Fofty gets petty.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had to make the docket, obviously. We're also talking about Olivia Jade. Her dad, some court documents in regards to their whole case have now come to light, where he was joking about having to work the system to get his children into school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We're also talking about Bretman Rock.
Okay.
One of my faves.
Bretman Rock.
I know, and he made a really big move yesterday on his YouTube channel, so I'm excited about that. We're going to talk about Bretman. We're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill. We're going to talk about Ariana Grande and High School Musical. We're going to talk about Kate Beckinsale. We're going to talk about Camila and Shawn. It's a lot.
It is a lot, Madison, but you know what? I would rather it be a lot than a little when it comes to this show.
And honestly,
we ain't scraping, girl.
With Corn Tea edition, it's kind of 50-50 when I wake up every morning.
I feel like I want to stand outside a celebrity's house and be like, can you just run down the street so we can have news, please?
Literally at So I always start checking for you guys for the morning tea at night. I always start checking at night to be like, okay, what's cooking? What are we thinking? Anything interesting? Last night, I'll admit the blood pressure was starting to raise a little bit because I was like, I don't know about this. But this morning, Demi Lovato decided to be shady in Harper's Bazaar, and I was like, honestly, thank you.
I said, Demi, Harper's Bazaar? I said, wait, when did this come out? You know, when you just start like seeing people buzzing, I'm like, wait, no one was talking about Demi before I went to sleep last night. And then Pop Crave came through and they said, girl, get into this article. And I said, ooh, well, I'm ready for that part of the show.
Exactly. We also have Travis. Good morning, my two loves, and everyone stay safe. Absolutely. Also, we have a birthday in the chat. I'm not seeing whose it is, but happy birthday. Oh, on Anastasia, happy birthday.
Anastasia or Anastasia. Hey, happy birthday. Sorry,
I always like to say it either way because you have Anastasia or Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I just want to make sure I'm covering my bases.
Absolutely, Maddison. You only get one birthday, right? But
exactly.
go through the year.
Exactly. We also have Shabria. Hi, guys, watching with my littles, and they say hi. Hi, littles. Hi. We love when you guys watch with your kids, and when your kids get excited about the Miss Mika song. Like, literally, that makes mine and Courtney's days. And speaking of Miss Mika, we have a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea, ya. And we see ya. Miss Mika, hey, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday. Hey, Mika, good to see ya.
Yes, we also have Naomi with the cute heart emoji. Thank you so much. I love that you all are very happy that Miss Mika is here. That makes us happy. And we already have MGCP commenting about the Demi and Selena situation. Demi can be mean. I feel bad for all of her issues she's gone through, but you can still try to be nice and not let your issues affect how you treat others.
MGC, we're going to get into... I have some feelings about Demi and this particular situation, and I would like to share them with y'all when we get to that portion of the show, so please stick around. And if you love Selena Gomez and you are willing to wait for the queen, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. I'm just saying, you're already here. If you hear us breathing, you might as well give this video a thumbs up, because you heard us breathe.
I love when you do the ASMR. It really makes my time. We also have Brenda. I gave Hollyscoop up for Lent, and that was the first time to hear it. It was so good. Missed y'all. Brenda, we're so happy you're back.
Brenda, were we that much of a guilty pleasure that we made it on the Lent list?
I love it.
Like that.
Honestly, I feel great about that. Like, I feel very good about that.
Put your guiltiest pleasures on the Lent list. To give that up until Easter. Brenda, it's very good to have you back. Shout out to you. Gave up Mets. Now it's time to Mets.
We also have Alex. Damn, sorry I'm late, y'all. LOL. Not that I can't watch after, but I love talking to you guys. I was in a therapy session over Zoom with my therapist. Alex, props to you for taking care of your mental health and now coming to the tea. And we can talk about the mess and get into all of it. And actually, let's go ahead and pour up the tea. I'm going to read Bailey's comment. Happy Tequila Tuesday to the Gorge, MNC, and the entire tea tribe. Hope everyone is staying in and staying safe. Positive vibes and grateful thoughts, everyone. Love you guys. Hashtag stay safe.
Y'all stay safe, too.
Yes.
I pour a hot pot of boiling water above my lap. Y'all stay safe.
It makes me nervous every single day when you do this. Like, I literally get nervous every day.
It gets the people going, Maddison.
I know it gets the people going, but it also gets my blood pressure going when I think you're going to spill on yourself. A lot of anxiety. Oh, also, we got to read Travis one more time. Oh, and also, my boyfriend, Damien, loves the tea.
Good morning, Damien. We appreciate you for watching with Travis, because we love Travis.
We love Travis. Travis is a VIP Tea Tribe member, so Damien, welcome, and thank you for also sharing Travis with us for an hour every day.
Madison, you smell this good wild berry tea? This is hitting already off the scent, girl.
I can smell it.
That smell-o-vision, girl.
And honestly, maybe it's just my brain, but it kind of feels like smell-o-vision. Yes, get into it. Okay, we are kicking it off, you guys, talking about Ja Rule and 50 Cent. So, during a recent phone call with Fat Joe and Swizz Beatz, Ja Rule said that he would be down to battle 50 Cent on Instagram Live, okay? And he was like, I'll behave while doing so. And Swizz noted, he's like, oh, that sounds devilish. It was this whole thing. Ha ha.
Okay.
Fans on Twitter obviously started freaking out at the potential of this because I didn't know that their feud went back this far. But
girl.
Ja Rule and 50 Cent, their feud goes back to 1999.
Yeah, Maddison.
We were in kindergarten.
They've been beefing for a long time to the point where recently, within the past maybe 2 years, 50 Cent bought out all of the concert seats at Ja Rule's show, and so it looked like no one showed up. Mm-hmm. Like, their beef has been going on for decades. So in my opinion, this would be a great way to sort of, even though I don't believe this will happen, I feel like if they did battle head-to-head in terms of hits, I feel like at the end of it all, they could shake hands and be like, wow, we are legends of 2000s hip-hop. You know what I mean? Right. And have a respect for each other. Ja Rule has a catalog of hits that I feel like we forget about because we immediately reference Fyre Fest. But for those of y'all that don't know, Ja Rule used to rule hip-hop along with 50 Cent, who also has a catalog of hits. So that would be a really interesting battle. I'm here for it.
No, Ja Rule used to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he really, really had some great, great songs. And I do hate that, I guess, the Gen Zers only know him for Fyre Festival. Because I'm like, we had some good raspy voice raps going on with Ja Rule.
Got to do with it, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, I'm going to have to listen to that after this because I forgot. But anyway, 50 Cent is not here for it at all. He posted a photo of Ja Rule photoshopped onto someone holding a cardboard sign that says, I will battle 50 Cent for attention. And he captioned the photo saying stupid, and then he misspelled Fyre Festival.
Oh, God. I want to ask the chat and the After Watchers a question.
Yes.
Everyone, After Watchers included, please leave a comment if you're watching later. Do you think 50 Cent has more hits or Ja Rule has more hits? Who would win in a battle? I honestly am kind of curious because I feel like some people are upset with 50 Cent over being petty. Some people are upset with Ja Rule over Fyre Festival. So they both have corners of people that are just going to be upset regardless. I wonder how the fans, hip-hop fans, would critique that kind of battle, Maddison.
That's a really good point because I'm trying to even just run through in my brain. Because I'm sure Ja Rule, I mean, he was even creating music before I even knew who Ja Rule was. So, you know what to be honest, I mean, him and 50 Cent, like we said, this beef goes back to 1999. We were not probably listening to Ja Rule on the regular in 1999.
I mean, girl, I had BET. We had 106.
I mean, my parents had good taste. So, probably. I was listening to Nelly when I was 8, so...
It was like I had Britney Spears in the CD player for my parents to think I was getting my gay on, and then when they left the house to go get groceries, I had on that BET, that Ja Rule, girl. Yes, girl.
But I don't know. I feel like you're right. It would be a really good battle because I feel like they've been creating music for about the same time. They've been famous for around the same time. Like, it would be a really good head-to-head situation.
That's a good situation where it's like not someone that's like they could never compete. Like 50 and Ja Rule could compete, in my opinion.
Right. Everyone's kind of half and half here. We have Tiny Tia saying both. We have Natalie saying that's a tough one, but I think 50 Cent. And then Jay said Ja Rule and Diddy and or Puff, LL Cool J and Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, early 90s, early 2000s. Love LL Cool J. That was my mom's celebrity crush.
Shout out to Diddy, but Diddy don't write raps. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Diddy don't write rap, so it wouldn't even really be too much of a battle, right?
That is true. That you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Just saying. I just want to keep the same energy.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I'm back. So you guys just go ahead. Wait. Let me mute.
We got the tea for me and you and me and I'm Courtney.
I think we're on. I think we're good.
We're live while I'm sharing for my girl Maddison. She's Hill and she always fit the bill. Hey.
Okay, thank God. I think we're here. I think everyone can see us. Yes, guys. Leo got it together. Bless Leo. Please start putting the line emojis in the chat right now.
Leo.
Literally, Leo sent us a picture. His poor internet is just overflowing from the morning tea. So y'all, please put some line emojis in the chat because Leo came through for us.
Yeah, he really did, Maddison, because we couldn't.
Yeah, Courtney and I were literally just like, I guess we're just going to talk to them in the chat and see because why not? We got it. We're here. Essentially, the only thing y'all need to know about Olivia Jade is her dad joked with a business associate about working the system to get Olivia's older sister into school, and then obviously Lori was copied in on the email where this joking occurred. So one more nail in the coffin.
Maddison, they're going to jail. Definitely. Olivia should just be glad she's not in jail.
Mm-hmm. Well, because those rowing pictures, I'm just saying, those rowing pictures are pretty damning evidence.
I wish she would just, within a couple years, just write a book, collect her check, and live a quiet life. Mm-hmm. Right? Go to like a private college if she decides to do that. I don't want her like out in the spotlight anymore.
I completely agree. I feel like maybe after the trial, hopefully that's what will happen, where it will just kind of be like, you know what? We don't really need your daily makeup routines. We're good.
We're good, Maddison.
Relax. We're good. Okay, let's move on and talk about Bretman Rock.
Okay.
So Bretman Rock is actually one of my favorite YouTubers. Shockingly, I know. I do have one, everybody, because I think he's absolutely hilarious. And he tells it like it is, which you know I always love. And for the most part, he was a little bit involved with like the James Charles Tati stuff, but he kept quiet on it, which I appreciate.
Yeah. He was like just barely involved. He said, I know my place.
Exactly. But people are freaking out because he recently made a YouTube video where he finally revealed kind of his boyfriend. So he has been dating this guy for pretty much about a year now. We have not seen his face. We know he's dating someone. We'll see like a chest or little things here and there. But he finally uploaded a video where his boyfriend did his makeup. And his boyfriend's terrible at makeup, which I love. Because I feel like you can't have two people in the same lane.
Girl, that's the point. We want to see the non-beauty girl do the beauty girl makeup. That's the views right there, girl.
Exactly. So we didn't get to see his face, but we did get to hear him. We got to see that obviously he knows nothing about makeup. And I don't know, I just thought it was a really cute moment. And I liked it.
I love that because I get it. Because people are weird online, especially with like significant others. Just to put it into perspective, Maddison, imagine you started dating someone and then every single person had an opinion on like what they do, why they didn't like your picture, why they're not in this video, why. So I enjoyed the fact that Bretman was comfortable enough to even get to this point. You know what I mean? I have my boyfriend and stuff, but I just don't say he's my boyfriend. He's just around and there.
Oh, I was going to ask you actually about, because I know you relate to this. You don't post your boyfriend on social media. I haven't seen him in really any of your content. Like, you don't do videos like, my boyfriend and I are going out to do X,
that's stupid. And a lot of people that do that, they do it specifically because there's more value in couples than
interesting.
Separate. And, like, my boyfriend doesn't care about any of this. Like, he really, truly, like, he would drag y'all for bothering him. So I'm like, why would I even involve him in that? You get what I'm saying? That's just like a boundary we have set. So Bretman, I 100%, I'm cheering for him, and I get it. I understand, Bretman!
Right? I completely agree. Everyone said that he's keeping it low key.
Yeah.
And yes. Right. And I gotta stand. I love it, and I think I also appreciate it because it's not like he had a bad relationship experience and then now he's being quiet. It's just a boundary that he set. And also, he shares a lot about his family, so I feel like you got to draw the line somewhere.
I agree.
People will always try to cross it. But let's move on and talk about Jaclyn Hill. Because she was clapping back at some body shamers in her recent Instagram post. So she posted a photo of herself in these like red silk pajamas. She's eating a cheeseburger, and she captioned the photos, "I miss the days when I chose to leave events early and isolate myself." We all love a good Pinterest quote. Am I right, people?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I mean, I admit I've used a Pinterest quote and a caption here and there, but sometimes when people literally put like that situation, I'm just like, anyway. So people obviously started hating on her body, commenting about her weight, commenting about how she looked, her eating the cheeseburger. I feel like maybe we should have gone off more about the caption, but whatever, it's fine.
I'm stuck on the caption. I'm not gonna lie, girl.
I'm right there with you. I'm having a hard time seeing past it, but let's just get to the clapback, then we can circle back to the caption.
Okay.
So she edited the caption to say, also for all the people making comments about my weight and me eating a burger, go find yourself a life.
Okay. I want to ask you this, and this is me being honest. Do you guys believe, because the reason why I'm asking this is because I feel like it's a little bit known that whether you're a fan of her or not, Jaclyn Hill can potentially be a little stunty. So immediately I'm a little skeptical, and I wonder, Maddison Hill, T-Tribe, and Afterwatchers, if Jaclyn Hill purposely put that picture up with that specific caption, knowing what the response would be so that she could sort of have a platform of like, I love my body, sort of like a Demi, but I feel like Demi kind of comes from a genuine place versus Jaclyn Hill. Sorry if you're her fan. I know like she's a lot of y'all's girls. But she is attention seeking. I don't think that there is anything wrong with being attention seeking for your brand, except when it's something like a body issue and it's not exactly genuine.
I completely agree, because I'm someone who literally screams all the time about body positivity. If you've watched The Morning Tea, all the time, like you've seen, Kourtney and I always think it's really important. I feel like because I do have a platform in front of a camera and I don't look like this, it's important to be vocal about it and be positive about it. And I feel like what you're saying is, you know, Jaclyn Hill doesn't really emulate that same energy throughout her entire brand. She kind of only pushes the body positivity when it's convenient for her, which makes this feel stunty.
Yeah, it feels stunty to me. Like, I don't know. I don't want to place anything on her. I just feel like, girl, really? That's the issue you chose to, like, irritate the masses with to try to get a response? That's how I feel about it.
Right? Exactly. Completely agree. We have some people in the chat who have some thoughts, too. Pink Energy said she absolutely knew she would catch this backlash. It's calculated, in my opinion.
I agree.
Maxie said, attention-seeking. Danielle said, sing through that PR like, you just want attention.
Okay.
And Lizzie said, I think she's looking for people to shame her over the caption so she could clap back, but maybe not the burger. And then Michael said she's only eating a cheeseburger. Completely agree.
The Stunty Hills of Miss Jaclyn. That should be her television show. That should be her reality show. The Stunty Hills of Miss Jaclyn.
Honestly, though. Honestly. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about Ariana Grande.
Okay.
And the High School Musical little situation. So, Entertainment Weekly reports that the cast of High School Musical, including Vanessa Hudgens and Ashley Tisdale, Zac Efron won't be there, but he's going to send a video message. Apparently, they reached him too late. They are going to join forces with Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, plus a bunch of other celebrities, like Christina Aguilera is going to be included too, for this Disney Family Sing-Along. It's going to air on ABC on Thursday. Ryan Seacrest is hosting it. Just like a nice little feel-good moment, and also to give us some Disney magic while Disney is currently closed.
That's cool. I'm glad that they were able to get Zac Efron, because it was, to my understanding, that him and Vanessa weren't like okay. So I'm glad to see that the whole cast is involved. Shout out to Ariana, because she can sing. So
remember when she did the Wicked thing? Remember when she did the Wicked tribute?
Yeah, Maddison. Ariana can sing her ponytail off. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm excited about. I did see, maybe it was a few of y'all in the chat, y'all were saying something about Taylor Swift is singing live, doing something, right? Is she involved in this, or is she doing she's doing like another sing-along something? I heard y'all saying
Taylor Swift is involved in another sing-along thing, but if I'm wrong, who am I kidding? Of course, you guys are going to let me know if I'm wrong. But I don't believe that it is this one.
Okay. Either way, I'm excited. Disney for the nostalgia, and everywhere else just because y'all are not doing anything anywhere else anyway. And Maddison, real quick, Ticketmaster changed their rules in terms of refunds. So I feel like unless your show is canceled, you're not getting your coin back. So I do appreciate the fact that all of these celebrities are now magically singing live from their homes because they know that either way, between now and next year, the girls that have gone on tour and postponed, they have our coin anyway. So like you can just resell them if it gets.
Things are getting shady with concerts because my friends in our group text yesterday sent me an article that like scientists and experts are weighing in that concerts aren't even going to be safe until fall of 2021. Which you guys know, Stagecoach and Coachella pushed back for this fall. And I have never been more thankful that my group of friends and I decided to just opt for the refund because I feel like come fall, if they still say concerts aren't allowed, it's not going to be a refund situation. It's going to be exactly what you said. Like, you can just hold on to the money and use the ticket for next year or try to sell it. Like, those are the only two options they're going to start giving people.
Exactly. And girl, listen, I just want to ask. I ain't even going to be nasty because I don't feel nasty towards this woman. However, Harry Styles and Taylor, can y'all let us know? Taylor and all of you and your friends still going to be loving in the stadium or what? Because I would like my coin back because I spent a pretty coin on Loverfest.
I actually was thinking that as well because, first of all, I forgot even how much Stagecoach tickets were until I got the refund. I was like, what? And then now I'm thinking about my Taylor Swift ticket that you just brought that up. Now my upper lip is starting to sweat even more at the thought.
Man, like, I got 2 Harry Styles tickets.
I would spend that money again to go see these people, but I'm just saying, like, in the interim, it would be nice if Mama could get that back. You know what
I'm just saying.
Exactly. Whew. Okay, we're going to get into some couples therapy now, you guys. And we're actually going to kick this off with a little bit of potential breaking news. So our sister gossip site, Boss Up, actually is reporting this. So there is a report out there that Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty have broken up. So fans are speaking about this. That's kind of the rumor going around on Twitter. Courtney, what do you think about this?
I feel like I'm not believing nothing until Nicki Minaj come out with a statement. Honestly. Nope. Because next thing y'all know, we done said something, Nicki come online, breaking her hiatus, and then she go on for another 6 months. I have not read anything like that. Obviously, Boss Up is a very trusted site. Our sister. So that's great that they may have received this source, but me, personally, in my opinion, I don't believe it until Nicki Minaj comes out and says something.
On Twitter, she changed her name from Miss Petty to Yikes.
To Mrs. Petty to Yikes? I thought her name had been Yikes months ago when the song came out.
Oh. That's apparently part of the evidence that
like
fans
are using. The display name being changed. The song is Yikes. She has a song to promote. So I understand that. That thing, I can't even do a speculation on confirmation because she's been gone. So I don't know. I have not seen anything. She has not posted anything. She ain't DM me. So not like she would. But I don't believe it. I really don't.
I mean, to me, I am hoping that they didn't break up, and only because I feel like, yes, his past is his past. It's bad. We don't need to rehash it. We've rehashed it a quadrillion times.
Of course.
I think for me, if this is true, I'm going to be really upset because I feel like he really did make Nicki happy, and I feel like she kind of made this amazing transformation in the sense of, like, she didn't care about the pettiness. She didn't care about the drama. She's like, you know what? I have my man. I'm married. We want to start a family, and I don't care about anything else. Like, if you want to be messy on social media, do you, but I've got a real life over here. So
I just couldn't imagine Nicki starting off any kind of album era, whether we're in quarantine or not, with a divorce. Like, knowing that news would hit us, I feel like Nicki could maybe be on the brink of coming back soon-ish, emphasis on ish, because I don't know when. So I just couldn't imagine, even if she were to divorce Kenny, I couldn't imagine her doing it in the midst of an album cycle.
You think that she
would wait until that album done came out, and then tour announcement is out, and then boom, I'm getting divorced, here are the papers, I love you so much, grand piano, and then girl, let's hit it. Now we're doing hit rolls on the stage. Pound the alarm, I'm ready.
I'm literally dying. So we'll obviously, of course, keep, an eye on this situation. Shout out to Boss Up again. Thank you for letting us know about that news, putting it up so we can
They write the best Twitter headlines. Boss Up.
Yes. That way also, and having us kick off Couples Therapy with some good tea. So, yes. So, we'll definitely keep an eye and keep you guys updated on this Nicki and Kenneth situation whenever we hear more. But personally, hoping it's not true. But let's talk about Kate Beckinsale. So, she has now moved on from Pete Davidson and proving that she is for sure a little cougar. She's moved on with 22-year-old musician Goody Grace. So, this is coming from Life and Style magazine. They apparently were pictured out together in LA. They were seen hand in hand amidst Corona, so you know it's got to be real. She also left a flirty comment on one of his Instagram posts like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as who this guy is, because I did not know who Goody Grace was, little background info for you guys. He's a musician from a small town in Canada, and he's collabed with Blink-182.
He looks like he has. He looks like he's about to roll up on, for those of y'all that know, back in the day, he looked like he's about to roll up and do a set on the Bamboozle stage. Mm-hmm. Jeffree Star about to come out and give us a hit, Beauty Killer or something. Shout out to her. I mean, she is clearly cougarizing. Mm-hmm. Shout out to her cougarizing tastes. But he doesn't look bad. He just looks like he might take a guitar and smash it on that stage if you play with him.
Yeah, no, he looks good. I just think it's very interesting because I feel like when people think of Kate Beckinsale, they don't think of these kind of like alternative rocker guys, and she's really been that she has a type. I feel like he's very like kind of similar to Pete Davidson.
I see Lizzie Rowe. Lizzie Rowe know who Goody Grace is. Now Lizzie Rowe, she's in the chat like, why? Now who's Goody Grace to you, Lizzie, and why does this need to stop?
Mm-hmm. And 901 Erica said, Kate be creeping me out with this mess. I'm the same age and
yeah. Mm-hmm. How would you feel, Maddison, do you think, if you were like 37 and then you just happen to meet a strapping young man without knowing his age? Well, let's just say he rides horses, he's a real estate investor, he checks off all of the Maddison Hill boxes until you find out he is 22.
I'm dying because you added the real estate investor. And
you got to be able to sell a house. You got to be able to click, or do something.
Yo, it's scary how that, like, Kourtney knows literally everything about me. Anyway, I feel like as long as he's a mature man, I don't care. I would let that go.
All right.
But again, though, I feel like no 22-year-old, I'm sorry. I think of myself at 22. No way in hell was I ready to settle down. Okay? I'm just being honest. 22, I was singing Taylor Swift's 22, dancing around, taking shots, living my best life. You know I'm feeling 22. I thought I was it, you know, graduating college. I was about to take on the world. Like, no way was I ready to settle down. So, maybe. But I guess it wouldn't matter, as long as they're a man.
Shout out to all the cougars. This has been the Cougar Corner.
Yes. I love that. Okay, let's real quick. We're going to blow through this, but just a little good news. Shout out to Shawn and Camila because they donated 200 Cuban sandwiches to medical professionals.
I thought you were going to say $200 million collectively. Maddison, get out.
200 Cuban sandwiches, which is really nice. And they also ordered them from a local restaurant who had been experiencing a lack of customers. So they also helped the restaurant.
I was ready to like eat my crow and be like, you know what, they did something. And it's my fault, Madison. I legitimately thought you were going to say $200 million. I said, wow, more than Stephanie Gaga. They said, here are some sandwiches. All right, Miley and Cody, go on. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Good for you.
Mm-hmm. Good for them. Good for them.
Go over there.
Yes. Okay, let's get into this Selena and Demi news. So Demi Lovato is on the cover of the May issue of Harper's Bazaar, you guys, and she opened up about who she is still friends with from her Disney days. Mm-hmm. The question was really asked primarily about Selena Gomez, the Jonas Brothers, and Miley Cyrus, just so we can put into perspective who we're talking about.
Okay.
She noted that she is not friends with Selena Gomez, saying, quote, when you grow up with somebody, you're always going to have love for them. But I'm not friends with her, so that Instagram post felt she cut herself off. Now, the Instagram post she's referring to, as you guys remember, when Demi performed on the Grammys, Selena Gomez posted on her Instagram story, called the performance inspirational, beautiful. Demi did not repost it. Kourtney and I were sitting up on that table being like, you guys, she didn't tag Demi. Maybe everything's fine. Y'all are making a big issue out of nothing. Mm-hmm. But clearly, Demi did feel some type of way about that Instagram post. Mm-hmm. And she went on to kind of cover it up so it didn't sound as shady, saying, quote, "I will always have love for her and I wish her nothing but the best."
Okay, now, do you want to go first, Maddison?
No, you can go first. Also, if you guys have been waiting for Selena news, please give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and put the crown emojis in the chat.
Maddison, have you ever had a friend and like maybe y'all didn't fall out, but maybe y'all just grew apart? Maybe something happened with like another friend and maybe you were just like, well, I'm just going to distance myself from that person. It's not like y'all have beef, but it's just like, it just is what it is. I think that's what Demi was trying to communicate. Like, it's no beef, but it was a little weird that we haven't spoken in however many years or whatever, and now all of a sudden I'm inspirational and you couldn't reach out. That, you know me, Maddison.
I know.
That's something that I would say. So I think because I see myself and Demi, I can get on board with that. And at least she was honest. And she has shown us that Scooter's in my imagination, speculation, not confirmation, his aggressive media training kicked in. Because if Scooter was not involved, she would have might have called Selena a fake, boop, boop, and we would have been up in here stirring the cauldron like the Best of Both Worlds theme song, Hannah Montana, girl. So, I mean, I'm with it. I feel like if Demi and Selena aren't friends, there it is, and no one has to be mad about it. It's not like they have beef. It's not a bad blood situation. It's just, we're not cool. Thank you, Selena. I wish her the best, and I forgot that you existed.
Right. I feel like I totally agree with I totally agree with all of that. I think, you know, people fall out, people lose touch, especially when you're childhood friends. That's not completely out of bounds, which we've talked about. I think the only thing I can critique about this statement, because I can't hate on somebody for being honest. I can't hate on Demi Lovato for being honest and being real and being like, you know what, we really don't talk. Like, we're not friends. I feel like she probably didn't even need to bring up the Instagram post. I would have been, I probably would have honestly been like, oh, yes, I did see that. That was very sweet. And you probably, then they would have wrote like, she seemed very, I don't know, curt when she said very sweet. But even so, that's fine. Like, but I agree with you. I think the Scooter media training, this is Scooter Braun 101. Like, say the truth, give some tea, but at least end it on a positive note so that no one can say anything about you.
And in that article, she once again was like, and Ariana, it was so good to reconnect with Ariana, with women in this competitive business and blah, blah, blah. But then right after that, she was like, well, I ain't talked to Selena in 35 years. I don't know where she came from on that Instagram. Talking about my thing was inspirational. Now she knows she needs to shut the hell up. That's kind of like what it came across as. But she said, you know what? I wish her the best. That's me, Maddison. You know that's me. So that means you get the pass on that one. Yes, ma'am.
I agree. I can see us at a Real Housewives reunion being like, you know what? I really just, I wish you the best.
I wish you the best.
I wish you the best. We also have Joanna saying, I thought Selena spoke to her when she was in rehab. Am I tripping? No, you are not. So when Selena overdosed, or excuse me, when Demi overdosed, wrong person. When Demi overdosed, remember all of those celebrities were reaching out. Selena Gomez did not publicly reach out, and she did get some questions about that. And I believe it was an interview with Elle Magazine. And during this interview, she said, she was like, I reached out to Demi and her family personally, and I have spoken to her. She knows I'm here for her, and she knows I care about her. So you're not wrong, Joanna. She did reach out, or at least she says she reached out to Demi's family.
And y'all, I want to be honest, as an adult, you do that, even with people that you're not friends with. If someone goes through something that traumatic, it's good to call and say, hey, even though we're not the closest, I know that we haven't spoken in 25 years. We ain't spoken since Barney said get off the set. Like, just want to make sure you're good. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. And she can do that, meaning Selena can do that. And Demi still not want to mess with her like that. And that's fine. That's okay. It's okay to not want to involve yourself with whatever, not saying it was good or bad, with whatever kind of energy Selena had at that time. Demi did not want to mix that with her own, and that's fine. That's an adult decision.
Right. And I want to also say, you can like Demi and Selena.
Absolutely.
Like, you can be fans of both. I still am personally fans of both. That's okay.
I like Katy Perry when her and Taylor weren't friends.
You're alone on that one, but I get what you're saying. I get the example, but I can't agree. But yes, exactly what you're saying. I want to shout out Travis. People grow up, people are allowed to go their separate ways, and you can love both of them and still have the respect to accept what it is. So yeah, exactly, Travis, completely agree. In this same interview, Demi also noted that she keeps in touch with Miley. It didn't sound like she kept in touch with the Jonas Brothers. She said Miley's really the only one from that era who she keeps in touch with. And then she also noted that she wishes Wilmer, obviously her ex-boyfriend, Wilmer Valderrama, he's engaged. She said that she wishes him the best.
You know what we need real quick, Madison? I'm not even going to stretch this out. We need a reality show where one of these Disney stars leaves the spotlight for like 3 years and comes back, and then it's the Hills with the Disney girls. That's what we need, and the person that needs to lead it is Demi. Next.
I would be so for that.
That would be
all of
her and Selena make up on the episode before the season finale. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Plus adult drama, like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic idea.
Kevin is the one. He's the one that needs to be on the show from the Jonas Brothers.
I love that. Okay, you guys, go ahead and turn your volumes down. We're getting into this Kim, Kylie and Travis, Khloe and Kourtney, and then this Blac Chyna news. So turn your volumes down for...
Jenner T-Town! Hello to everyone in my living room, which is nobody.
Hello. Okay, the first thing we're talking about is this hilarious PSA. So the governor, get your officials right, Madison. The governor of California, he asked Kim to do a PSA about social distancing, staying inside, all of that good stuff. Obviously, you know, Kim is from California, so makes sense. Mm-hmm. And North completely crashed the PSA. It's hilarious. So Kim's trying to be very serious. She's like, hi, I'm Kim Kardashian. Like, I'm from California. California's a beautiful place, but like, we all need to... And she's trying to be so serious, and North keeps going, and Northwest. And then she would just make comments like, I want to go outside. And then Kim's like, well, you can go outside in your yard, but as long as you're by yourself. And she just like keeps inserting herself. And then she even called Kim out, saying that she should focus more on her kids than her friends. And it's hilarious. And we actually have the clip for Leo to hit it so you can hear North in all of her sassiness.
Friends.
Facts. I don't know. I think North is going to give them a run for their money.
I love that video. And I'm glad that it came right after the last thing Kim was doing with North. And I want more of this. I feel like I don't even want to see this family unless they're around the kids, honestly. Mm-hmm. I don't care about none of their adult drama. I want to see them try to be professionals and their kids interrupt them for 45 minutes every Thursday. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. I want to see Kourtney trying to clean the house. Well, she's not cleaning the house. I want to see Kourtney try to find aid on the phone and Mason just unplug the Wi-Fi. Like, that's what I want. Mischief and the kids and sassy talk back, because the Kar Jenner women deserve it. Yes, they need lots of back-talking kids. Yes.
Yes. I want to shout out Meg Berry. Talking about Demi, did she talk about her music in the article? Yes, they did talk a little bit about music. But no, I think it's hilarious, and I think the reason why I love these videos with Kim and North so much is that this is when Kim is at her most relatable. Like, North, agree. Because at the end of the day, Kim is not Kim Kardashian to North. That's her mom. Yeah. So North has no problem telling it like it is, calling her mom out. Like, she doesn't care who she is to everybody else. And I think that's what makes it so genuine. And we actually see Kim kind of take off the Kim Kardashian mask and put on her mom mask. And where you can tell she's just like, can you just give me 2 minutes to do this? Like, can you just let me do my job? And North is like, absolutely not. Like, no, not going to happen.
That's me. That's me to everybody all the time. I said, oh, you have something important to do? Poke, 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 poke. What about me? I'm a plant and you're the sun and I'm not getting attention and now I'm dying.
Yes, exactly.
I do that.
And Jessica said, seriously, I keep trying to ignore Kim, but North is making me want to watch her. Ha ha ha. We have Norma saying they're definitely in for a real reality check with their kids because they are now at the age where they will talk back. Mm-hmm. Completely agree. Maya, Amanda, Michelle said they are so much more interesting with the kids. And I think so too, because kids are unpredictable and it forces the Kar Jenners to be unpredictable.
Is this part of the plan?
Oh, to make us fall in love with North?
To make us fall in love with the family again.
Oh, don't make me think about that.
need to be real with y'all, because now I wasn't thinking about that until I started reading the comments in the chat. Like, now this makes me want to watch the Kardashians. Well, of course it does. Because also, Madison, why would Kim leave them clips in the North in there like that? She could have went in the bathroom anywhere in her mansion and filmed that alone. She did not have to send that clip with North in it to make her look more likable.
I just wanted to live in my naive world.
And what's one thing that Taylor Swift don't have that the Kardashians do have? Kids. That's true. Taylor's likable without nobody but herself and her little lyrics. Kim said, I gotta pop out some children.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, that was
real.
That was really nice of you to let me live in my naive North is really cute moment for like a minute and a half, but I appreciate you for bringing me back to reality. So thank you.
My bad, y'all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But it worked even on me for a minute.
No, I know. Kelly said it's funny because the new generation will care more about the kids than Kim, Kourt, and the others. LOL, this is their way in. Not wrong. Okay, let's talk about Kylie and Travis, because we have a little update on them. Remember
Should we
yesterday?
pour a tequila shot, Madison?
Oh, yes, go ahead. I already have my little Madison, my lime juice and tequila situation, and a nice Lambda Chi fraternity frat cup.
I've got my London. I got my Latin.
What the hell is a frat cup? Jeez Louise, I'm losing my brain. A frat cup.
All right, you ready?
Yes, cheers. Cheers, Tequila Tuesday. Woo! That was a full one today.
Ooh,
I'm telling you guys, if you have a hard time taking tequila shots at, say, 8:30 in the morning like Kourtney and I, put a little lime juice in there and it really helps.
We always get a comment that's like, drinking in the morning? I could never.
Oh, well, and some people think it's fake. Like, even when we're home,
it's real.
The alcohol is real.
Yes, ma'am. Promise.
The alcohol, tea, everything. We don't use props. We use real things. Anyway, new report from Hollywood Life. A source said that Kylie and Travis are in the, quote, same place they have been for months. They're trying to co-parent and see if there's something more there romantically. The source said it's a, quote, slippery slope and that every day provides a different story. Some days it feels like they just want to be friends, and other days it feels like more dealing with the process, quote, day in and day out.
At least they're co-parenting. At least they're not fighting. At least there's no extension cords being wrapped around necks or anything like that. I enjoy Kylie and Travis as an idea. I enjoy them together, and I enjoy them separate. I think that they should do whatever they want to do, but I guess ultimately I want them to be together. So, I mean, keep us guessing, I guess.
That's the first time you've actually said that you do want them to end up together.
It is? I could have sworn I said that.
I feel like you're always very like...
With Kylie and Travis?
No, I guess you have said that.
I would like them to be together, but if they're not, I'm also fine with it.
There we go. Okay, that makes sense. You're happy either way. And I agree. I think they need more time to figure it out, because I totally understand where they're coming from with like the day in, day out situation. I think everyone can relate that you've been in a situation where like you wake up one day and you're like, oh yes, I'm feeling this person. This is it. This is good. Literally, the next morning you can wake up and have that feeling in your pit of the stomach, and you're just like, oh, just kidding. I don't know if this is right. I don't know. I'm doubting myself. So I totally understand where they're coming from, and I think exactly what you said. As long as they're able to co-parent and honestly just be around each other, like even in Palm Springs this past weekend, even if nothing romantic happens, the fact that Stormi can form those memories and they're happy memories with both of her parents, I think that's a positive thing until they can figure out what they want to do.
I think Kylie and Travis want Stormi to be able to say, when she gets older, no matter what, my parents were respectful to each other and we had happy memories, which isn't a bad thing.
And honestly, Stormi, when she looks at old episodes of The Morning Tea when she's older, she's only going to see positivity from both of her parents. Neither of them have really done anything negative to the other. Now, Miss True, on the other hand, it's going to be a bit of a different experience.
Who says, Stormi, what's wrong with your uncle?
It's fine. Okay, let's move on and talk about Khloe and Kourtney and Younes freaking Benjamin. I know we haven't talked about him in a long time, but he's coming back into play because he recently sent Khloe some love on Instagram. He posted a photo of her from last week's Keeping Up. Was talking about how good her sunglasses looked on her. I assume he has something to do with the sunglass brand. It kind of felt like a promotion. I don't think he was like shooting his shot at Khloe or trying to flirt with Khloe or anything like that. But in my speculation, not confirmation, I feel like this means him and Kourtney are definitely in touch. Now, they're not quarantined together because In Touch Weekly reports that he's not in the United States right now, so they're definitely not quarantined together. Okay. But I feel like clearly they're still talking if he feels like he can post about Khloe on his Instagram.
I agree. Maybe Younes is taking another lap around the basketball court, I guess, with Cougar Kourtney. She's ready to cougarize.
Well, remember, so they hung out around the holidays. He did go to the Christmas Eve party, and we were kind of like, ooh, interesting. And then we heard some reports about how he really wanted to get back into a relationship. They were spending a lot of time together, but Kourtney just wasn't sure if she was ready to commit or not. But this tells me, I think a commitment, if not a serious one, some sort of commitment has happened between the holidays and now.
I agree. Younes.
And remember,
did you like them together, Maddison?
Well, we talked about that baby thing yesterday, too, about her saying, like, pray for a baby. It could be with Younes.
That's what she wants.
Right. I'm indifferent about them together. I feel like we don't really know him that well. So, like, I can't really, like, attest to his personality. But, I mean, whenever we saw them on vacation, he helped her with the kids. So that's good. He's the only one who's stuck around long-ish. Like Scott, so.
Do y'all like Younes?
Everyone's saying, I just don't see it. Unicorn said, yikes, she's better with Scott. And then Jen Ah said, Younes seems like such a user and a playboy. And also, I'm dying at how you spelled Younes, Jen Ah. That makes me think of Younes from She's the Man. Remember Younes? The girl with the
Madison, please.
Every time we say the word Younes, I think of She's the Man. Anyone else? LMK. We also have Bessie saying Younes equals the emoji, and then angry emoji and facepalm emojis, a bunch. And people are not really feeling it. Brittany said Younes is a no for me. Norma said sorry, but Kourtney doesn't need any more kids till she's at least had a handle on her current ones. Facts.
Norma
sounds like she's part of the mom tribe. That's coming in from there.
You're not wrong at all whatsoever, and that's how I feel, honestly.
Completely agree. Okay, so everyone is not loving Younes. And also, Elizabeth, we did do the Miss Mika song. We did it before we had technical difficulties. So if you go back and watch it, we did do the Miss Mika song right at the beginning of the show. It is there. It is ready for you guys whenever you need a little pick-me-up. But let's move on and talk about Rob and Chyna and this whole situation. So we have new court documents obtained by E! News in regards to Rob and Chyna's current lawsuit. And in these new obtained documents, Rob claims that there was a really bad altercation with Chyna where she allegedly was under the influence of cocaine and alcohol. And he claims that during this fight, she pointed a gun at his head and threatened him. This is in regards to the same fights with the iPhone cord that you were talking about. These are all what Rob is alleging. In addition to the iPhone cord and the gun, he also says and claims that she hit him with a metal rod. In addition to their violent fights, Rob also claims that Chyna stopped breastfeeding Dream because she, quote, began drinking in excess. And he went on to say, quote, her behavior became erratic, aggressive, and violent after she...
Well, I have a couple questions. Rob, I'm taking a step back from both parties. My question is to Rob. Do we have photos of being hit with the rod, or like has the police picked up a weapon from Blac Chyna's premises? Can he obtain a search warrant so that they can search her home? These are the questions that immediately come to mind. Is that not saying that they're not true? I just would like to see a receipt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I completely agree, because I feel like we have gone from allegations of, yelling, hitting, drug use and alcohol abuse to now, a gun is serious violence. When you are pointing a gun at someone, you go from not playing to playing with the law real quick. So I agree. I feel like there has to be more evidence, and maybe that's just something that we haven't seen yet. We know Rob's attorneys have said time and time again they have evidence to back up everything they say. Whether that evidence is convincing to us, to the court of public opinion, I don't know. They claim to have the evidence. But I agree with you. I feel like I hope that police were called I would hope that Rob wouldn't think that he can just handle this situation. I mean, at some point, even in toxic relationships, like, someone has to get the authorities involved. But again, with these two, who knows? Who knows what's
something that the chat is asking, and something that I also am wondering myself, is y'all don't have cameras in y'all homes? Even Aaron Hernandez had camera in his home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, either of them, Blac Chyna or Rob, do y'all have cameras in y'all homes? And if y'all don't, why not? Y'all are rich.
And keep in mind, it was actually a home they were renting from Kylie. So to be honest, I don't know if there were cameras in there because it was a rental property. So
if he doesn't have evidence, Maddison, this ain't gonna be good for Rob.
No, I agree. And again, this whole thing, I just hate it because of poor Dream.
Dream, yeah.
You know, she is one day, regardless of what happens in this lawsuit, regardless of what happens with custody, regardless of what happens with the lawsuit in China against the Kardashians, she is going to have access to look at all of this one day. Because, I mean, they can hide it from her all they want. When she turns 18 and she goes away to school or whatever, gets a phone, anything, this is all, you can look up Rob Kardashian gun and this story will pop up.
Madison, could you imagine Dream or any of the Jenner kids like going away to school and like having a roommate, and like their roommate like spins around in their chair and they're like, oh my God, do you know this vintage YouTube channel? They know all about your family. And it's literally us in a box at home during the great quarantine of 2020. Could you imagine that? Listen,
this vintage
Dream, we are feeling very sad for you. We very much are, because we want you to be safe no matter what.
Exactly.
It is easy to recall that Rob said that they're ready. Whatever they want, they can have, right, in terms of evidence. So, I mean, if Rob outwardly and publicly said that, his team or whatever, it would lead me to believe that he has evidence and receipts.
I agree.
No person would go and be like, try me, if they didn't have the kit and caboodle on the side.
Especially a very serious allegation like this. Like, the hitting, the scratching, the iPhone cord. Like, China even admitted to the iPhone cord, but she said that she was joking around. Remember? And we were like, okay, that's weird. So I agree with you. I feel like I don't think that he would make this serious of an allegation if he didn't have something. And yes, he has money, and he has the money to afford the best attorneys ever, but I'm sorry, no amount of money could somehow rectify this situation if he's not telling the truth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't think the Kardashians are that powerful that they could fake that much.
The Kardashians are ready to go, and meanwhile, Blac Chyna is selling follow backs on her website for like $250.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, she is. If you guys haven't seen the latest scandal with Blac Chyna, and I mean, you know what? The girl's got to pay for her legal fees, so what do we expect?
And that's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, them lawyers probably expensive too.
Mm-hmm. So she's charging $250 for follow backs and FaceTime calls, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Madison, she might have thought that Zeus show was going to be a payday, and it wasn't. And now she's trapped in this battle.
I mean, maybe she should have done a little research on that before she thought it was
going to say that.
I'm just saying. Okay. Shout out to Autumn. Honestly, I feel sorry for Dream. I mean, as a mom, this can't be healthy for their daughter to watch all of this negativity. It's a very messy, toxic mess. And completely agree. Ale said if the police were called and there is no evidence, it didn't happen, and to me, it will not be otherwise. I don't really know what I'm going to need to believe this situation. I feel like I am inclined to believe Rob only because I feel like his allegations have the most consistency, and honestly based on the fact of your encounter with Blac Chyna.
And that's the thing. My experience with Blac Chyna, I'll never forget, just because it just wasn't what I expected, I guess. For me, I would like to see some evidence, because we haven't seen evidence really from either side, right? So I want to see a picture. I want to see a photograph, a voice note from Dream. I mean, can Dream tell us, oh, mommy bad? Can she give us one of those? I just feel like this is an awful situation, but I guess, girl, we gonna see. What if we wake up one day and all of a sudden it's like, well, here's the gun. Chyna's fingerprints are on it.
I think something's happening. Something's coming. Personally,
I think something's
coming. At the very least, we're going to get another allegation from Chyna about Rob. By the end of the week. My own personal opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
something is definitely coming. We will keep an eye on this. Like I said, we'll also keep an eye on the Nicki and Kenneth situation. A lot of things to keep an eye on. And yes, I saw Gabby talking about Dream's godmother. Is it Coco? Is it Chloe? I don't know if necessarily technically it's Chloe, but Dream does spend a lot of time with Chloe and True when she is not with Rob or Chyna. Chloe is typically the one who steps up and kind of plays the role of caregiver. So, and we've said before, we don't think that that's a bad idea.
They don't want Blac Chyna to ruin the image of their family. That's what I believe.
And I think they've thought that and felt that way for a long time.
Now they're trying to get that baby out, because once they got that baby girl, Blac Chyna don't got to be in that big family group photo with all the men and the kids and stuff like that. I think that's what they don't want. They don't want people to look at their picture and say, their big family picture, and say, ugh, Blac Chyna got her way into the family. And they also don't want people to go, yes, Blac Chyna done secured the bag. And they don't want people to say that, to feel as though Blac Chyna has gotten over on her.
Yeah, no, not wrong. You're not wrong. But you guys, that is all the time we have. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and sticking with us through our little technical difficulty. We're so sorry, but you know what? Shout out to Leo.
Yeah, always. Yes.
And he still hit it with the receipts. So shout out to Leo, you guys. Please make sure to show him love on Instagram and some lion emojis in the chat while you're at it, because he definitely deserves it. Also, make sure you're following us on social media and our own channels. We've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got TikTok. Like I said, we've got our own channels, so please make sure to go show love there as well. And you guys will be back for Wesley Wednesday.
Oh, Wesley Wednesday.
And Hump Day tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we will see you guys then. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Now, wash your hands, Leo. You better wash. You better wash your hands. It's sentiment. You better wash your hands. Yes, Miss Ma'am. You better wash your hands. You better scrub some more. You better scrub, and grab that soap. You better pump that soap. You better pump that soap. You better pump that soap. Pump that soap and scrub some more. You better wash your hands. Wash your hands. It's sentiment. You better go off, Miss Ma'am, when you wash your hands. Hey.